Kia ora, YouTube and the comic book community. This video is, I haven't done one of these videos in years, probably 3 years, and this will be my top 50 comics in my collection, but I'm just going to go with Marvel comics, and it will be mostly X-Men comics. These are my favorite comics. I've just gone through my boxes and I've pulled books and that I really dig, and they're all X-Men related. There's probably 2 books that aren't X-Men related, but yeah, I just thought I wanted to do a video, and I thought this would be cool to show some really cool books off in my collection. And this will be in no particular order. It'll be random, 50 random Marvel X-Men books, probably. Until them aren't X-Men, I know that, or maybe 3. But yeah, let's do this, eh? Like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel, everyone. Thank you very much. So the first one is Wolverine #1, the limited series. I bought this years ago, so at a second-hand place for $2. So this is #1. We'll start off with a banger. We have got Amazing Adventures featuring the Beast 11. And this is the first Grey Beast. It's a great comic. Look at it. I am really super happy to have this. I got this last year. This is super high grade, this book. Yeah, no, nice book to have. So here we go. We've got Longshot #1. Great Art Adams cover. It's a great book. Here we have New Mutants, the graphic novel, the first appearance of the New Mutants, and it's Marvel graphic novel #4. It's a great book by Chris Claremont and Bob McLeod. Love this first appearance. It's a great comic book. Next book is Journey into Mystery 109. Early Silver Age appearance of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. It's a 4.5. We've got a great Kirby Magneto cover. So, great book. We've got Captain Britain #1. The first appearance of Captain Britain. It's a UK Marvel comic. Yes, newsprint style paper. It's a great book. Must have for all X-Men collectors. Captain Britain #1. First appearance of Brian Braddock. Here's another great cover. We have got Uncanny X-Men 234. It's a good Brood Mark Silvestri cover. Wolverine turning into a Brood. I love this book. It's one of my all-time favorite covers. I've got multiple copies of this book. So yeah, very cool. Uncanny X-Men 221. This is the first appearance of Mr. Sinister, but this is the So Much Fun variant. So yeah, great Mark Silvestri cover. Mr. Sinister's first appearance. Great book. It's a great book, actually. I love this book. Uncanny X-Men 251. This iconic Mark Silvestri cover with Wolverine pinned up to a X in the rain. I love it. Look at the colours on this book. It's a beautiful book. A must-have for any mutant lover. Here we go. Here's another cool book. First appearance of Gambit. Great Kurbit cover. Adam Kurbit, is it? Yeah, I think it is. First appearance of Gambit. Being chased by the Shadow King. So, yeah, very, very cool book. And this is my childhood book. I bought this from the newsstand bookshop back in the day. So yeah, it's glad to still have this copy of it. And here we go. Here's the first appearance of the American first appearance of Captain Britain in American comics, Marvel Comics, and we've got Marvel Team Up 65. So really cool book to have in my collection. I acquired this year. I've been looking for a copy of it for years. I finally got a copy. So, and I think this is the British pence copy version of it. So yeah, even cooler. I just realised that. Yeah. Right, rightio. Here was the big grail for last year for me. First appearance of Gideon and, of course, Deadpool. New Mutants 98. This is super high grade. I should really get this graded, to be honest, but I probably will at some stage. So, yeah, nice book to have. First appearance of Deadpool. Look at it. Great book. Great book. We have Uncanny X-Men 272. Look at this Jim Lee cover. You got some of my favourite characters, Cable, Storm, Archangel, and Wolverine on it. So the Extinction Agenda, a very, very cool story arc. It was the reforming of the X-Men. There hadn't been really an X-Men team for a couple of years. So this was when the X-Men sort of reformed after this story arc. So yeah, pretty cool. Here's another cool book. We have got the first appearance of Cable, Nathan Summers, and this is New Mutants 87. Yeah, I got this a couple of years ago. This is real good, real high grade too, this book. So pretty happy to have this book in my collection. Look at it. Great cover. It's an awesome book. Now, here we go. Here's a well, no, it is actually an X-Men book because the X-Men are in it. So we've got Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars #1. One of 12 in a limited series. And here is #1. I've been looking for this book for a while. I got this year. So, yeah, really happy to have this book in my collection. It's a very, very cool book. So, yeah. And I believe they're making this into a movie or TV show. I'm not quite sure, but yeah. Here's another non-X-Men book. Might be the only two that are, well, the only one that is. There might be another one, I can't remember. But this is Mighty Thor 273, and this is the 25th anniversary border cover. And it's a Walt Simonson cover. Look at Thor on this cover, I've always wanted this book, and I got this thanks to Bob, my mate Bob, a few years back, and I love it. I've always loved this cover, so yeah, that's why it makes my list. More X-Men, here we go. We've got the graphic novel, God Loves, Man Kills. This is amazing, this book. I love it. I got this off my friend Bob. And I am super happy. I'd been looking for this book for a few years and the price wasn't right, and then I actually scored it off Bob, so I think he gave it to me, or I did a trade, I can't remember, but super happy to have this book in my collection. One of the greatest X-Men stories ever. Here we go. We've got the second print of the first appearance of Bishop and Randall and Malcolm. So this is the gold edition. I really like this book. That's why it made my list. I love the gold. Look at it. It pops. So yeah, really cool book. Real cool book. So yeah. Next book is the first appearance of Polaris or Laura Dane. It is a great book. Look at that cover. It's awesome. And there's number X-Men 49. Actually, I think this is the last issue with the old original logo before they went to the iconic block logo. So yeah, great cover, great book to have in my collection. Amazing. We have my signed Excalibur #1. I love Excalibur. I love Alan Davis. I love this team and this era when there was the X-Men were dead. They formed Excalibur, who were left after the fall of the mutants. So yeah, it's a real cool cover, and yeah, and it's signed by Chris Claremont, my copy. So yeah, awesome book. Happy to have it in my collection. Next book is a great Silver Age book. We've got the first appearance of Mimic in this great Jack Kirby cover. It is awesome. Look at that cover. It's an amazing book. Yeah, I've had this for a few years, this book, but it still looks great. It's a great book. Great cover. Now we have the first appearance of the Shadow King. And mine is signed by Chris Claremont. It's a really nice copy. Yeah, I'm pretty happy to have this. Got this signed from by Chris Claremont at a con. My friend Evan Geelong got it signed for me. Yeah, great book. Look at their faces on the cover. It is awesome. Fantastic. Love this book here. It's just a piss take. Obnoxky the Clown versus the X-Men. Look at it. It's an amazing book. It's funny. So yeah, pretty happy to have this. I've had this for quite a few years. So yeah, don't know where I got this. Did I get this off you, Bob? Maybe. I'm not sure. Now we're getting into some cool books. I mean, you're starting to see Silver Age. So yeah, we've got X-Men 55. I just like the colours on this cover. Look at it, with the green Xavier, is it? And then all the X-Men with the orange and the green. It just pops and it just works. Look at it. It's so cool. Such a great book. So yeah. Very. We've got Incredible Hulk 161. It's a nice book, this, and it's got the Beast, the Blue Beast. Early appearance of the Blue Beast, fighting the Hulk. I miss the old speech bubbles on the covers like this, eh? So yeah, very cool book. This was on my want list for years until last year. I got it last year. So yeah, I was pretty happy to get this book. So yeah, real cool. One of the cool books. Yep, Days of Future Past 141. This iconic cover has been cover swiped so many times. Look at it. One of the greatest comic book stories of all time, and one of the greatest X-Men stories of all time. Just amazing. I remember reading this as a kid. I don't know how old I was, and falling in love with the X-Men over the storyline. So yeah, real cool cover. Look at the Byrne artwork. So John Byrne was awesome. Marvel Team Up #4. Now this is an early X-Men story that predates X-Men 94, is it? When they were reprinting the X-Men, so in the current title, so the regular title. So yeah, pretty cool book. So yep, I like it. We got Fantastic Four 28, an early X-Men crossover appearance. Jack Kirby, Stan Lee. Look at it. Look at that. It's great artwork. It's amazing, actually. I got this about 3 years ago, this book, maybe longer. And yeah, I'm super happy to own this book. Yeah. Any X-Men collector should get a copy of this book. It is actually quite cheap to buy, so you should buy this book. Go after it. It's a very cool early appearance of the X-Men in another title. So yeah, very cool. Then we have got X-Men 100. I remember seeing this book at Comics Compulsions up in Christchurch and wanting it. Can't remember what I paid for it, but I remember putting a wee down payment on it and paying it off over a few weeks. And then me and my mate Bob went up one Saturday and bought it and picked it up once I paid it all off. Yeah, it's just a great book. I've had this for over 30 years, I think, this book. Yeah. So at one stage, this was one of my earliest X-Men books. So yeah, awesome. Well, here's a early book, a great book. Look at that. It's the first Sentinels and Jack Kirby at his greatest, and look at it. And it's a nice copy as well. So yeah, we've got X-Men number 14, and it looks great. A 12 center. So yeah, amazing book. I've had this for a while now too. It's pretty awesome, actually. Pretty awesome. So you saw 141 a few books back. Here's 142, the other great cover. Look at that. Days of Future Past. It's a great Burns cover. Look at it. Everybody dies. They do too. They do too. I love it. Look at the Sentinel. It's amazing. Another amazing comic cover. And the first appearance of the big X-Men writing that became iconic for most of the run from now on. So we've got this great Steranko cover with Polaris on the front cover. Yep. And I think she joins the X-Men in this issue, does she? So yeah, real cool. She was she the first member to join the team, apart from the original? So yeah. Oh, apart from the Mimic did, didn't he? I can't remember. So yeah, it's been a while since I read these early issues. I might actually read them again. So yeah, look at this book, Dark Phoenix. I love this cover. It's awesome. It's actually really awesome. Look at the X-Men all on the ground, and she's crumbling, pulling the X-Men logo to bits, eh? Uncanny X-Men 135, the Dark Phoenix saga. Amazing story, amazing cover, amazing book. The reason why this is here, I just like this cover. It's all about the covers for me. Look at it. Got Sabretooth's head in his hand, Wolverine. So, it's really cool. So yeah, had to show it, you know. It made the list. I hope you're enjoying this video so far as well. I know it's all X-Men stuff, but oh well, it is what it is. And here we go, Uncanny X-Men 133, one of the greatest Wolverine covers. Yeah, pretty awesome book. I've actually got a couple copies of this. So yeah, pretty happy to have this. I bought this a couple of years ago, real cheap. This book's gone up a wee bit since then. So a great book to own in your collection. Another great book. We've got Captain America Annual number 8. This is a great book. Look at it. Wolverine fighting Cap. I just love this book. I actually was looking for this book for years and couldn't find a copy of it, and then it just sort of, I got it last year, and this is quite a nice grade. It's a high grade copy, so I'm pretty happy about this book being in my collection. Here we got the first appearance of Dazzler, Uncanny X-Men 130. It's one of the greatest first appearance covers of all time. Do you agree? If you agree, if you don't agree, leave a comment and tell me why you think it is. So yeah, I think it is. Look at them, all her glitter, all her lights and that, and Cyclops and Jean Grey down there. It's really cool, real cool book. Real cool book. This is a low grade copy, but I got this sort of cheap. So we've got the first appearance of Jamie Madrox, the Multiple Man, a very, very cool character. I quite like him. I like how he's died a couple of times, but he never does, because it's always a duplicate of him. So, yeah, I just think it's a great book. A great mutant key that a lot of people probably don't get, but yeah, you should own this book in your collection. Okay, we got another X-Men key. We got 129, first appearance of Kitty Pryde, that's Shadowcat, the White Queen, Emma Frost, and Sebastian Shaw, and the Hellfire Club, is it? So yeah, if I missed anybody, I probably have. But yeah, great book. I got this real cheap years ago, so yeah, I love it. Love the cover. It's a great book. Great book to have. Here we go. Marvel Comics presents Weapon X. The first appearance of Weapon X. Marvel Comics presents 72. And this is the first appearance of Weapon X. So, pretty cool book. It took me a while to get this book. I got this last year, actually. And I'd been trying to get this for quite some time. And I thought I'd missed the boat because it went up briefly for a while. But I think it's come back down lately. So, really cool book to have. Uncanny, or X-Men. It's not Uncanny because there wasn't Uncanny yet. X-Men 109. And I've always liked this cover. Wanted Wolverine Dead or Alive. So this is a great cover. I love it. I've always loved this. Weapon Alpha. So yeah. Great book. Look at it. Great cover. So now here we go. We've got the Marvel Australian edition of this comic book. So yeah. I thought I'd throw this in here. So yeah. Picked this up at a market about 4 years ago, real cheap for like $2. So yeah, this is the Australian reprint, or no, Australian edition of this book. So yeah, it's just something cool to show you. Right, now we've got Power Man and Iron Fist 57. I just like this cover. I like the purple, I like the white, I like the X-Men being in his hands. So look at Cyclops and that. It's just really cool. It's a cool comic book. It's a cool cover. So that's why it is in my top 50 list. So then some pretty big books now. So we've got X-Men number 9. And this is the first Avengers X-Men cover, crossover. Pretty cool book actually. So yeah, I thought I'd better throw this book in, and yeah, that's why it made the list. First Avengers X-Men crossover. There's another cool book. We have got X-Men 6, Submariner appearance, joins the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. But yeah. See the shorts, he's got orange shorts on, or red shorts, whatever colour you think they are. Not the traditional green ones, so I'm not sure why actually. But yeah, I got this from 4-Way Flashes, Mike. A couple of years ago now, we did a trade for this book, so yeah, I better show it. I love it, love this book. Very, very cool. While we're at it, we'll show X-Men 3, the first appearance of Blob. Real cool book. Got this at the beginning of this year, actually, from the same fella, 4-Way Flashes, Mike. If you're not subscribed to this channel, you should. Yeah, I'm pretty happy to get this book. I did a wee trade. Did I do a trade, or did I buy it off? I think I might have bought this off him, actually. So yeah, it was a book that I'd been after, so I finally got it. So yeah, real cool, real cool. Thank you, Mike. Here is the very first appearance, crossover of the X-Men into another comic. And this is Tales of Suspense 49. So they meet up with Iron Man. So yeah, pretty cool book. I got this about 3 weeks ago, and it's 4.0. Funnier enough, that my my Journey in the Mystery that I showed earlier on, is a 4.5, but this looks higher grade than that book, so I don't understand the grading system. But yeah, but very, very cool cover, great book. I'd been after this book for years. I finally got a copy, so yeah, pretty cool. So here we go. We've got the first appearance of the Phoenix, X-Men 101. Just everybody loves this cover. Look at her coming out of the ocean like that. So it's a pretty cool book. I've had this since I was a kid. I bought this for a couple of dollars in Ashburton with Bob one day, I think. Yeah, if I remember. It was real cheap. I bought it real cheap. So yeah, I've had this for years, since I was about, I don't know, 15, 16 maybe. I don't know. But yeah, cool book. X-Men 94. Second last book. Yeah, look at that cover. I've had this for a while too. I can't remember who I bought this off. But yeah, I was pretty happy to buy this book. Yeah, X-Men 94. It's amazing. So yeah, pretty happy. The last book, of course, it's my giant size X-Men annual number 1. Yeah, pretty happy to have this. Yeah, when I got the opportunity to buy it, I took it, and I'm glad I did now, because this book has been going up and then going down a wee bit and going back up. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought of my video, and my books, my picks. Sorry, they were X-Men books mostly. I may do a top 50 UK comics, because I've got quite the UK comic book collection. So maybe I'll do that in a few weeks' time, eh? But yeah, I really enjoyed making this video. There's a lot of books I missed out. I'll probably go through and go, oh, I forgot that cover, or I forgot that cover, or that book, But this was fun making. Yeah, thank you very much for watching it. Yeah, and ka kite anō, everyone. Bye.